Hello, my name is Molekar. Nice to meet you, and this is still the same day as when I finished the intermission and when I finished chapter 5. In my defense, I need to proceed because I need to, I don't know, stuff. I did save. 22, 23, 20. It really is a shame we can't take Marielle with us. At least she's going there with a guild, better than traveling on her own. Yeah, sounds like they are planning to send a lot of people over to ORACIO. Can't think of a better group for the job. Indeed, helping civilians is what they do best. Meanwhile, we're only going to avenge that handsome reporter guy. Were you able to get matters settled with your school, Agnes? Yes, I told them yesterday I will be absent for a few days due to a family emergency. They have always been very accommodating of my family situation. Although I never taken advantage of it like this. I don't think anyone can blame you, given the circumstances. Still a black mark on your spotless record though, Miss Perfect gonna turn into Miss Delinquent. As long as she doesn't sink to Vance level. I'm literally standing right here. You guys sure love to be biker, don't you? What of Miss Pride and other friends? Have you informed them? Oh, Brent should know even if I don't say anything. Renee already knows. She's going to be helping the guild. Ooh! She already left last night, so I expect we'll run into her in or she should join the party. Makes sense, guessing she had to take some time off too then. Yes, she told the school she received an emergency request to return home from River. I didn't get a chance to fill in Odette and Albert on what's happening though. I'll make it a point to apologize to them when we get back. Sounds like a plan. Morning you all. Sorry you two had to get up so early on our account. We have to get this bistro ready for business anyway. So tell me, why is the actresses going with you? Oh, I'm going with them too. I hope that goes well then. I was hoping Yumi will be able to get up and see you off, but it was just too early for her. We'll buy her souvenirs or two while we're out, so tell her to look forward to them. Of course, I'll do just that. I'm almost scared to ask why you have to leave for ORACIO of all places, especially at a time like this. But remember, I'm holding you to your promise about that souvenir. Don't do that. Why? Ouch. You aren't pulling your punches, are you? Well, I'll do what I can to keep them safe. We'll pick the best souvenir money can buy. I'll put a big smile on Yumi's face, guarantee. We have not known each other for long, Mr. Zeman, but I can tell you're no ordinary traveler. Please make sure my Of course, that's what I'm here for. In return, why don't we go for another round of chess when I get back? And I will not be opposed to having more of that heavenly food of yours too. Ha, nothing will make me happier, especially since our game last night ended in a draw.
Wait!
You read. Why they don't put voice? I'm sensible. What are you two doing here?
Ren texted us. She said the two of you will be absent for the next 3 days. As soon as I got her message, I woke up Odette, and we called a cab and got here as fast as possible.
Most trains aren't running at this hour, so that was really our only option.
Now then, Where exactly are you going this early, hmm? Off on another thrilling adventure with that scoundrel and his shady entourage? If you keep throwing yourself into danger, one day you'll wind up getting hurt. Or worse.
No! You don't have to do anything. I don't want to lose you. I mean, look at what happened to Cray. I know you put a lot of pressure on yourself because of your family. But if that's your only reason, if you're just risking your life for your dad's sake, then I won't let you go.
Yes.
You're certainly up bright and early. About to depart, I take it?
Okay, the hell is he doing here? What? What? Him? That's the guy who's always off the city screen.
Dad.
One must always be responsible when making critical decisions, and be acutely aware of their potential repercussions. I pray you took that into careful consideration when making yours, Agnes.
Of course I did. I am my father's daughter, after all. I fully intend to seize every opportunity to broaden my horizons and learn from my collective experiences. As much as it pains me to admit, I can't promise that I'll return safe and sound, but I can promise that I'll spare no effort to do so. The last thing I want is to sadden you and the friends I love so dearly.
Agnes.
Very well. Make the most of your connections while you're away. The CID is at your beck and call. There are many truths that lie dormant in the gap between ideals and reality. You would do well to seek them out. I will cover for you with regards to your absence from Aramis. You have 3 days, no more, no less. If you exceed that, I will send in the army. That is as far as I'm willing to compromise.
That's more than enough. Thank you, Dad.
I entrust my daughter into your care, Arkwright. You would do well to utilize her services to the fullest. I see you've gathered a retinue of assistants and associates. I am depending on you all to keep her safe from harm.
No need to worry, Mr. Prez. Your girl's in good hands. We may skirt the rules of society from time to time, but we ain't about to break any labor laws.
I too will do all I can to ensure the safety of everyone here.
You have my thanks.
I will give you a call once you reach the city. I shall leave a certain other woman in your capable hands as well.
Damn.
Always finds a way to saddle me with busy work. Anyway, that president is sure something. Definitely has the looks for the part. But he sure doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve. The guy clearly cares about you, but he just won't come out and say it.
Well, he is a politician at heart. Evading direct answers is what they're good at.
Ah, darn it. I had so many arguments prepared, but now they've been blown out of the water. Just come back to me safely, all right?
Will do.
If anything does happen, just give us a ring, and we'll be there before you know it. Until then, please look after our friend.
Of course!
Yeah, you got it.
Why they put happy music? I'm going to war. I mean, I know the sky is blue and everything, but I'm going to war. I'm really sorry for keeping this. Your relation to Professor Epstein was plenty surprising as is. I never imagined your father was a huge celebrity too. It was real obvious you were hiding something, but damn, that's hell of a bombshell. No kidding, I'm still processing everything. I get what you mean. I assume the decision to conceal your surname was made by the government? That's correct, it was part of a program designed to protect confidential state secrets. Claudel was my mother's last name, my real name is... You don't gotta spell it out. I had a hunch you borrowed it from your mom's side, huh? Oh really? It's been 4 years since my mother died now. Before that, even though my father was a politician in the opposite party, he was always just that to me. But after mom died, and especially after he announced his candidacy 2 years ago, it been drifting further and further apart. That was followed by the surprise election result that I'm sure you all know about. After that, I enrolled at Armaris under my mother's surname. It wasn't expecting my childhood friends Odette and Albert to be there too, though. That remained distant ever since. I suppose that's what led me to become so invested in the diaries mom left behind, which eventually brought me to Van to find the first Genesis. I think you all know the rest of the story from there. Agnes. So that's how it is. Both my mother and my grandmother are still around, so I can relate to that part of your story. But I can certainly understand being attached to your family legacy. Yes, we seem to be much the same in that respect. Just so you know, I don't discriminate, so who your parents are ain't no a problem for me. But so long as I'm paying you, I'm gonna be working you hard. I don't need your pops telling me to do that. Of course. I got your back, Agnes. Man, how we end up being such a group of weirdos, myself included, I guess. The old man here's got something that draws in people like us. It's not wrong. You know, I can see you all making faces in the rear mirror like I'm some kind of trouble magnet, right? Especially you, Judith. You don't even work for me. Actually, I have made arrangement to pay her commensurate with the service she provides. Say what? I insist on working for free, but she won't take no for answer. Oh, come on, Reset, she already rolling in cash from all her acting work. That mirror was gonna go toward a new body kit for the car. Van. I swear this dude only cares about the 3 C's, cars, confliction, and communable bath. If I ever end up like him, please smack me upside the head. I think you may need to start keeping him on a shorter leash, Agnes. I will consider it. Oh, the music stopped. Okay. On the way to ORACIO, they came across several checkpoints put up due to the emergency declaration, but the CID had arranged for them to pass through. After a brief pit stop in Arco Vale, they hit the road northeast. Oh, Judith, you drive. Oh, he drive. Oh, you're driving. The city we are headed to was capital of Kalvar before the revolution 100 years ago. It has a population of around 280k people, making it the third most populated city in the Republic. That's a lot fewer people than the capital's that number. But man, oh man, despite you got here is pure fire. I can wipe the grin off my face. I'm glad you're enjoying it, but do ride with care. Bah, didn't get half that reaction when he was driving my girl. I guess even obsession over something has its down, huh? I think your trunk is nice and comfy, if it helps. Now we know that many other groups are also making their way to our destination. I'm aware of Hewin and several Jaeger corps, as well as the Guard's little Papal Guard secret. What? But do we have a secret unit? Does he have a secret unit? Do you have the of time? You were in the Guard's leader, if I recall, right? Yeah, it's a elite force affiliated with the Congregation for the Sacrament that primarily exists to recover artifacts. And then we have the Papal Guard, the Holy City of Arteria peacekeeping force. I need to meet this guy. So they have a special unit of sorts too? I'm no expert on them myself. Can you tell us? Yeah, please. First time I think I hear it. First time for my brain to remember. I hear it. Certainly, as you may be aware, the Grass Litter is a relatively small organization comprised of around 1,000 people. The Papal Guard is a force of 30,000 strong that answers directly to the Congregation for Divine Worship. It took part in the war against the Empire. The relationship between the two congregations was strained even before that, but it became more so after the war. Oh, thank you! Still, while the Papal Guard may have the upper hand in number, the Guards Leader has significant advantage that the Guards does themselves. Look at these beautiful things! People. Dude! They put her with her face of Sky the Third. Gaius. Chief among them are the Dominions, the 12 knights that lead the organization, one of whom I used to be. Their power and the power of the unique abilities they wield is overwhelming. You encountered the 4th and 11th among them in the Black District some time ago. Their strength too is incredible enough to match that pair from the society we met yesterday. For real? Damn. That red-haired woman seemed so adorable to me. That weapon she had wasn't so adorable though. Gotta have some bite to stand up against the direwolf. Most people be scared out of their mind. So wait, then the other hooded guy who was down there that day, he's in Sarkio's second in command, Iscariotu being the Papal Squad's secret unit I mentioned earlier. His name is Ashlat. He does not have any extraordinary abilities like a Dominion, but he's still a veteran in combat. He learned how to wield a battle mace from me personally, so in a sense he's another student of mine. Huh. With the Papal Guard being so big, I'm sure even their secret unit's pretty sizable, huh? And the Oathbreaker is probably right that everyone taking part in this has their own scheme in mind then. Likely so. If I were to speculate, I will say that the Grass Leader aims to take Almara into custody and recover their artifacts. As for Iscariot, I believe they seek to destroy the artifact or intercept their recovery, as well as executing all of Almara's numbers who have not double long been branded as heretics. Execute. So their job's to take our traitors and criminals? Sounds kinda like Heywind Xiongxu. I didn't think there were people like that in the church. The church situation sounds complicated enough, and they are just a small portion of the group we'll be facing. Guys, if Gaius appear or Kevin appear, and for some reason we'll need to fight them. I'm so sorry, I'm not moving and we're gonna have a game over. No. We're gonna fight them. Once we arrive, our first goal should be assessing the situation on the ground, I suppose. I expect to hear what headquarters plans to do soon as well. I'll know for sure if there are any joggers or warriors in the city once we get there. Judging by how many people are going to be gathering there, I won't be surprised if Abby and the rest of our people come. We'll have to see what we can learn from the guild and the CID too. As soon as we have finished contacting everyone and learning all we can, we'll get right to work. Alright, sounds like we are about to get real busy. For real. You won't say chapter 6? Oh.
We finally made it to ORACIO. It's easy to tell that it's a city with a storied history just by looking at these buildings. I believe I heard the oldest cathedral in all of Calvert can be found in the eastern part of the city.
You heard right. I filmed there a few times myself. That place is always swarming with tourists.
Oh, isn't there like a super huge castle here too?
There is a palace, yes, though it was left in ruins during the Revolution. It's called Vashtar Palace, and it was once the center of the old Calvert Kingdom.
Bet that's a decently popular tourist spot, too. Wait, what's that?
That thing's called an orbital tram. It'll take you anywhere in ORACIO. They're good for scenic drives, but they ain't exactly built for speed. I'd only hop on one when you've got time to kill.
Darn, there goes that plan. We can ride one the next time we visit.
I've come here a few times for work before, but I never thought I'd return under these circumstances.
I've taken the liberty to reserve 2 rooms for us at a nearby hotel.
Awesome. You're a lifesaver, Master. It's not always easy to book rooms on such short notice.
I love that he doesn't push like "don't call me master." Who's watching? Oh.
So the Mafia's new base is somewhere in this city.
We'll dig those cowards out of whatever hole they're hiding in. Let's drop by the local branch first, though. We should get our ducks in a row and secure manpower before making a move.
Good thinking. Better to act with caution than with reckless abandon. While we're there, we should take the time to speak with the survivor. We may learn a thing or two from them.
Hopefully so.
Oh, yeah. Your folks are here, aren't they, Elaine? Are you planning to pay them a visit?
No. I'm only interested in handling the task at hand. And I believe our temporary collaborator shares my sentiment.
Right?
Indeed. I will assist you all to the best of my ability.
Oh, Hayden. No, show everybody. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I've just confirmed that the top dogs of the guild and our young friends have entered the scene. We are still in the process of gathering intelligence on the enemy, but once our analysis is complete, I will be counting on you to do your part, Yin.
Naturally. Just so we are clear, though, I'm not a part of Heiyue, and I'm not doing this for you. However, I agree that we must do something about that weapon. It's a threat not only to the people of Calvert, but to the rest of the world as well. And I will do everything within my power to protect both my former home and my new one.
Show me more people. Oh! Ah, headquarters.
Oh, damn. Guess the so-called strongest guy who ever lived is joining the fun.
Indeed. And it appears our friends from our very own Shadow Legion are here as well.
Who else? Give me. Kill me. A cat, herbivores. Oh!
There are a lot of powerful players here. We've got the Mafia, the Gardens, and all these other random groups. We have our work cut out for us, don't we?
On the contrary, I believe we could have this whole ordeal settled by the end of the day. But I assume you wish to use this rare opportunity to determine what direction this continent is headed.
Yep. Plus, I'll bet there's gonna be a lot of fun surprises by the end. So we should let this show run its course.
Orphana!
Can't say I'm thrilled about having another run-in with that freak from the Gardens. But I'm still psyched as hell for this thing. That Dantes guy sure knows how to throw a party.
Well, good host or no, that man is a veritable monster. He's almost as bad as our friend in the silly blue coat.
Hey now, I resent that. I'll have you know I'm a model gentleman. One thing's for certain, though. This is going to be a festival to remember.
Show me more people. Class 7? Oh no, that's my aim. Boo, get me out there. Show me more people. Crossbell. Damn, the air around the city is toxic as hell. You aren't wrong. There are powerful foes all around us. I can feel it. Really, but the town seems so peaceful to me. There were a lot of tourists around as well. And that in and of itself is concerning, given that happened to Creel. From what I hear, the state of emergency lifted after one day here. Anyway, we should call up the CID.
I see you have arrived safely in the city. You were nearly on time as well. I'm impressed.
How do you... Did you set up a hiding camera in here? Ah, never mind. What's the snitch, Ren?
We're still ascertaining the names and numbers of the enemy, but I have learned which organizations are there at present.
Why don't you share with the rest of the class then? We're all ears.
First, the Bracer Guild's Edith branch turned up shortly after you, and they were joined by some capable bracers from elsewhere. Then we confirmed the arrival of Heiyu Wei's White Orchid Dragon and Yin, and they likely have a large number of Shangsho accompanying them. A few Jaeger Corps have joined the fray as well, the warriors of Kruga and Eisenshield included. The church sent 2 members of the Grossritter, as well as elite members of Iscariot. Ikaruga and Marduk were also dispatched to ORACIO by their clients. Oh, and your clients are there too. They are likely lurking in the shadows as we speak. That's all I have. I shall leave the rest in your capable hands. I must turn my attention to the mountain of tasks that await me.
Just hearing him fire off those big names one by one was enough to make me nauseous. And those were just the highlights. There's still the Nidhogg Corps and the Scorpion of Zahat, an established corps from the Central East. The Dollars family is here too. Dollar? They are the 3rd largest mafia. Oh. Then there is Stillwater Fleet and Sec Arms. One of them group is of Sea Jaggers and the others a new weapons manufacturer. What criminal organization is in ORACIO at this point? You got me there. Can't say I've heard of the last few names though. but we are all too familiar with Ikaru. I'll bet anything that white-haired girl is leading the charge. I'm all but certain that Marduk sent the elite unit led by Mr. Al-Fate. I sensed him earlier, so I say you are right on the money, and I know for a fact that my people and Idoscope are here too. And the Republican army is making their move in secret. Just what is Almara plotting? Didn't you say that they leaked their current location themselves? I did. They invited us all to this place, knowing full well that they were painting a target on their backs in the process. They must be lying in wait as we speak. I imagine we will hear from them soon enough. And then this carnival of theirs will truly begin. Oh right, the guy in the armor asking me to take part in a carnival. Is that what this whole thing is about? Yeah, I bet money on it. Oh. Wow, damn, that thing gonna explode. Why it's going off now? That only mean everyone sees us are ringing all around? No caller ID. I'm gonna answer it.
Greetings, my friends. I thank you all for taking time out of your very busy schedules to come here today. My name is Gerard Dantes. I am the head of Almada, as well as the man you seek to destroy.
Not beating around the bushes, is he?
I am thrilled to announce that every one of our invitees are in attendance. No doubt you all were brought here under different circumstances, but your end goals are the same. To lead us off in chains, or lead us to an early grave. We thought about simply settling this with an all-out war, but the collateral damage would no doubt be immense. And we would never involve innocent civilians in our bloodshed. At least not without an explicit purpose. So we went back to the drawing board, and we found a far more elegant solution. We decided to host a game. One that would make clever use of the sprawling labyrinth of underground ruins just below this city. The concept is quite simple. We will have you all engage in a fierce competition where you will proceed to slaughter one another like rabid animals. These ruins have existed since the days when this country was a kingdom, and when this city was its capital.
Look at Melchior.
They shall serve as the arena for our game. Once you have bathed in the blood of your peers, you will earn the right to challenge one of my pawns. Should you take all of my pieces, the last team standing will have the opportunity to checkmate me here in Vashtar Palace. That is the long and short of it.
He want us to duke it out in a battle royale? They must be sick in the head if they think we'll play along with this insanity.
I should mention that participation is compulsory, so I would not skip out on this if I were you. That is, if you value your own lives, as well as those of the 280,000 innocents in this city.
That's a nuclear weapon. It's like the one that destroyed Krell. They had another one of those damn things after all. That must be the last of Professor Callahan's incomplete prototype.
I trust that an explanation of this device's capabilities is unnecessary. This game has a number of rules that govern participation, the evacuation of civilians, and other such matters. Should anyone break the rules, the device will instantly detonate, sending everyone straight to the afterlife, whether that be heaven or Gehenna. Rule violations will be assessed on a case-by-case basis by an impartial surveillance system, which is run by this relic.
That the 6th Genesis. We knew it would be involved in some manner.
The device's judgment is absolute. Do not think you can pull the wool over its all-seeing eye. Should you wish to face me in battle, you must eliminate the other teams and conquer the game. It really...
Oh.
I do hope you will enjoy this carnival that we have dutifully prepared. I know that I will. Ah, and there's the noon bell. The game's first round will begin exactly 2 hours from now. Each team has been assigned an entrance to the labyrinth.
My God.
We will send each of you a map with their locations momentarily. Once you arrive, you will need to search for a key card that we hid near your respective entrances. And that about covers our overview. I look forward to seeing who I will fight at the end of these thrilling 3 days.
Huh? This must be the rules of the game and the map to the underground. Let's have a look at them right away. The game begins at noon today and ends at 11:59 PM on November 22. At exactly midnight, Almara will leave the area and detonate the bomb. None of the participant players may enter or leave ORACIO, nor can they call on reinforcement from the outside. Any attempt to leak information on the game to the press or the people of ORACIO will result in immediate detonation. Do not attack Vashtar Palace from the outside or attempt to infiltrate it by any means other than through the established game area. At the end of each round, a new underground area will be unlocked with a boss assigned to each. The last remaining them can enter the palace. This can be happening. Unfortunately, it is happening. We really are being forced to participate in a battle royale. With the Genesis watching over us, we will have to comply and abide by these rules as well. Right, if it catches us breaking any of them, the whole city will be destroyed. Our options are limited with the entirety of ORACIO populace being held hostage. I mean, at this point... Hey, wait a second, if the bomb detonates earlier, they will get caught up the blast too, won't they? No, these guys can teleport to safety whenever they want, though even if they can't, I doubt they do this any differently. These guys are utterly insane. So this is how they plan to exploit the fruit of Professor Callahan's labor, how utterly abhorrent. I can't say I'm happy about how they are abusing the Genesis either. There are less than 2 hours until this first round begins. We have little time to waste. What should our next move be, Van? I said we get out in the field right away. We can't afford to just sit on our hands, not with that what's at stake here. Eventually we'll need to make our way over to the entrance and grab our keycard. But first I think we should walk around the South District. It will help us get our bearings. And while we are in the area we can visit the guild branches there too. Sounds like a plan. Mayor? If these are all the rules, I may have an idea.
All the lights, they're passing by, and all my thoughts, they multiply. I see it flash before my eyes.